The Amouranth stuff. We can do the Amouranth stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what to make of this. I always worry when one side of something comes out and then the entire internet makes up its mind. I've had too many situations where we do that and then you have to walk it back immediately because some other piece of information came out and you went, oh, so this wasn't exactly how the one side of this two-person thing described it to be.
It's almost like they pointed out their point of view alone.
Right.
Some facts, some truth. Oh, look, she's so sad.
She's very sad.
She's sad and she's only wearing a wife beater.
Does anyone know if she is streaming? That will tell us because she streams in the morning, doesn't she?
I have
If
no
she's
idea.
streaming today, then we'll know if this was all bullshit. She is not.
8 days ago.
Wow, check this stream out from 8 days ago. Videos. She did a 24-hour stream.
TwitchCon day 3.
At TwitchCon. So her last thing was TwitchCon 8 days ago.
Wow, way to keep that business model up.
Okay. Yeah, right. So
I could see into your business model.
Amaria. Excuse me, ma'am. Your business model is showing. It always is. We're a very transparent company. Well, Amouranth was streaming yesterday or 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she started streaming, and she was screaming, having a screaming match with her husband on the phone, crying her eyes out, saying all kinds of wild shit. He's yelling. I mean, anytime I jump into the middle of a domestic, I immediately go, all right, no matter how this looks, there's definitely two sides to this, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
I completely agree with you, but then I also, I'm like, what are my odds?
Well,
I mean, I don't want to take your side or his, but what are the chances I can be in the middle of this, if you know what I mean?
So, I don't know, man. I've seen this play out many times before where a woman will drive a man to the brink of insanity to the point where he's yelling. Then when he starts yelling because he's losing his shit because of this conversation that's happening, she'll start crying.
When have you Amber heard this before?
You know what? You're right. I apologize. And well played, sir. That's 100% my fault. So I'm not going to jump in, and we'll put this up as a clip today because it is very timely, and I'm sure I'm going to get hammered for this, and Amouranth fans are going to dislike it and tell me I'm a piece of shit. I am not going to be one of these people who jumps in hook, line, and sinker, just full-on simping for Amouranth, only to find that her husband does a tell-all, and these are actually just what I think the reality is. These are two remarkably fucked up, damaged people who stumbled onto a bunch of money.
And who stumbled onto each other and then a bunch of money.
Each other and a bunch of money. Yeah, I feel like this is a perfect storm of mental illness and craziness combined with tens of millions of dollars, and therein lies our problem. I don't think this is Amouranth is just, it's all one-sided and she's some abused woman. I think there's a lot of shit she went along with, and like any other relationship, they started having differences and now it's blowing up. If you don't think shit like this is normal in, like, say, divorcing couples or long-term relationships that are breaking up where there's not knockdown, drag-out, screams, threats, cries, everything else, you're kidding yourself. Because in private moments, shit like this, when it starts falling apart, can get really fucking legally actionably nasty. Like, I mean, threats, all kinds of things. It happens. And it's always a two-sided coin, if you will.
Oh, I have trouble believing it just because I know that she has, not handlers, but she has so many like personal attendants that help with stuff. She's literally talked in different interviews and stuff about how this lady and that person help them with. How do you have so many people involved with your day-to-day life and your business and because you're a brand.
She is, yeah.
And you have so many people involved with your brand. You do these events, you go to TwitchCon, all this stuff. Nobody notices that you're this poor abused little fawn.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or they go along with it. Either way.
I think, honestly, my honest belief is this is a guy who's remarkably insecure because she's made all the money and he's got to feel like he has some level of control over it. But this is also a mentally ill person who's like with another mentally ill person, and they're clashing and they're breaking up and it's all going to shit. Like, if she stays with this guy after this, I don't know how anybody can think that any of this that we're about to play was real, or that anybody should feel any sympathy for them. Also, when you start making millions of dollars, how many times you have to watch these streamers fumble and fuck it up before I stop having sympathy for the people who, surprise, surprise, fucked up their money situation? Let somebody else have control of their money because, oh, I trusted them. Look, man, there's a love life and there's business. And I'm sorry, you don't let the love part interfere with the business. And this is coming from a guy
who won't look me in the eyes when we have sex.
This is coming from a guy who works with his wife. Okay, but there's also a difference between who we are. Oh, I'm sorry. Beta. Between a guy, between the things about our relationship and then the stuff that's best for business. She let her husband, according to her allegations, control the money. And now he's threatening to burn the money in crypto or lock it up in legal costs or just completely burn their money.
She's still got her money makers attached to her. She can make more.
Yeah, she'll rebuild. It'll be fine. It'll be like when the white supremacist took all of Walt's money. He still had some. So Amouranth has said on camera earlier yesterday that she had been the subject of abuse, with her husband accused of making a series of manipulative threats against her. Now, what's interesting is we never see these in the clips we're about to play.
Oh, yeah, this is all
very edited.
Well, the thing is, too, she's like, oh, let's let you into private moments. Well, that's the problem. If you only give us parts of private moments, we don't know what happened beforehand. In
a video streamed early or on Sunday, Amouranth is seen speaking on the phone with a man she says is her husband, who can be heard initially, why can't I say initially? I'm John Fettermaning. Send me to Washington, D.C. initially. Denying Amouranth's claims that he has made threats to kill her dogs. The man later claims to have control over Amouranth's bank accounts. Let's check this out. This is from Guard Hunter on Twitter. He's got a series of 4 videos, and then we'll watch a 5th one after this, which I think is a giant red flag. And by the way, if you want me to buy the fucking seriousness of how big of a deal this is, how about we don't have the giant fucking tits sticking right into the camera?
Do you have one shirt that doesn't show all of your cleavage?
Right.
Like, I mean, literally. I'm not trying to be offensive here. I get it that, it can be hard to find clothes that fit when you shop 3 sizes too small for you, but I can always see the underside of the center of your... There's always like, oh, this is where they start and this is where they end. Like, put them away.
Especially for a situation like this, it demands people take you seriously. And there's part of crying with your tits out that makes you go, all right, this is a little bit like stripper drama-ish.
This is a little bit like we're just trying to suck money out of dudes who are stupid enough to buy it. I mean...
listen, man, I hear you. I hope that's not the case, because I think it would instantly be in like all the YouTube countdown videos of the #1 dumbest way any successful streamer has ever sabotaged themselves. She's got it all going on for her, the subscriptions, the OnlyFans, the Twitch, money raking in from these simps who just drop money to her like it's water, really. If she decided to do some fucking drama money grab shit and get over greedy, it's going to bury her and him. If they get back together and everybody doesn't immediately abandon this shit show, I don't know what they would abandon it for.
And you're her, so he's forcing you I'm sorry, this is a stripper set.
Right.
This might as well be in a club.
Yes.
But you're sitting there talking on your phone and you're really, really upset about your husband making these threats. I don't know about her, but most of the people I know, when they're like upset and going through shit, they're not put together with makeup and they're not wearing what looks like very obviously an outfit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, most of the times it's like hoodies and sweatshirts. Like, most abused people have certain tells and none of those are here.
Well, let's check out the video here. The editing makes me suspicious. Some people have said that the crying doesn't seem correct, but look, we'll play it. You guys can decide.
Look, her fans know when she's faking.
Why did you say you were going to kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the... you know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
we'll take the dogs and leave. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting my fucking, telling you, literally.
Why didn't we get to, this is what makes me nervous. Why didn't we hear the question? Why didn't we hear the answer to the question? Why are we now just cutting? See, this is what worries me because I've known women for too long, and I'm just seeing some subtle tricks that she may not be pulling, but I know that if you were going to pull subtle tricks, this would be one of the subtle tricks you would pull.
All right.
Cut out everything that doesn't make me look great.
And just put the good stuff up.
And just put the good stuff in there.
But is this a live stream or did she put... Yeah, because
I was told this is a live stream.
Yeah, but if this is a live stream, how does she cut in the middle of it? Like, who did the cutting of this? Did the guy who posted this on Twitter?
That's a good point. Yeah, who did the cutting?
Because this isn't her posting it on Twitter, is it? This isn't from her account.
I don't
this
think
is,
so.
Yeah, this is some guy posting Amouranth just dropped. So maybe he cut the middle out because, you know, he came during then.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
See, now to me, this is framing for the audience, knowing that you're doing a live thing. You're framing him into, we didn't hear him threaten to kill the dogs, but we hear him say, what are you talking about? You said you were going to kill my dogs if I didn't do
a 24-hour live stream.
It's like the whole, say it closer to the flower, please, if you could.
But Johnny, why are you being so crazy talking to the mic?
Right. See, like I've known this to happen too often with women where they'll bait and bait and bait, and then when the guy takes the bait and goes crazy, they'll start crying.
And she's deliberately sitting so still that when you did the cut, whoever did it, she didn't move. Like, it's really hard to pick it out because she didn't, like, there's not like, oh, I'm over here, now I'm over here.
Yeah.
Like, she's keeping her body posture very still. That's weird.
Not only that, you don't film shit like this and play it for the rest of us. This is the problem with streamers becoming famous. There's no check and there's no publicist or anything like that. Like, you don't think Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, when they were going through problems and their marriage was ending, didn't have fights like this? I'm sure they got way worse, but I'm also sure they had publicists and people around them to go, hey, don't start fucking live streaming when you're having a fucking domestic. It looks trashy.
Yeah, you know, and Ben really could have come out and been like, look, Jennifer Garner's been abusing me physically, sexually, mentally for years, and I've been drinking and swallowing the pain away with opioids, and I just want to go back to J-Lo's booty.
Right. Instead, they go to their publicist. The publicist crafts and Ben yells at him and goes, you write in the publicist release that she's a fucking cunt and I hate her and I hope she does. Jen and I have had some irreconcilable differences, but we continue to care for one another deeply, and those feelings will never... Like, it goes through a filter. These fucking dipshit streamers who make millions of dollars skimp on the publicist, skimp on the people that they clearly need because they're fucking psychos. That's the problem. They're just regular people who are desperate to be famous on the internet. That usually lends itself to severe mental illness. And that doesn't lead to the best judgment in crisis time.
Are you implying that someone who made their entire fortune off of OnlyFans and Twitter and making every private moment of their life publicly available for a fee might not be all there mentally?
I know it sounds crazy, but just give it a little bit of time, okay? I just don't dismiss it outright, all right? Okay.
All right.
Nope, did not say that. Now you're just fucking being a liar.
I'm not
I said I'm going to tell you what I said in terms of the earlier. Are you saying you...
See, there's cuts, and also, is she talking to John Fetterman? Like, what the fuck is...
I said I'm going to tell you to work to work. Send me to D.C.
I told you, I was going to tell you to tell me what I said when you send me to Washington, D.C., Kofefe.
You did not say that.
I tried to tell you what I heard from you. And then you called me a liar.
Then you tell me, what did you say?
All right, now I don't think that this guy...
little girl with a fucking dysfunctional cunt.
It's Mel Gibson all of a sudden.
No, but I told you to tell me, what did you say? Why can't we hear what she said?
Right.
I feel like no matter who you are,
the cuts
that
are weird.
cut looks weird.
Yeah.
That cut looks super sus.
This looks like a woman playing the... Here's what I'm thinking. Look, guys, I know that I can feel the hate comments coming, even though this isn't like...
I'm on your side now, I think.
Look, I'm not saying that Amouranth is using this guy or manipulating her. What I'm saying is these two are at fault for whatever's going on. This is a fight between two people who should probably call it quits. And they're having it out, but it's happening publicly. This is before you think this is crazy, this has happened to any of your friends who have had a bad breakup or divorce. This has happened to any of your parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings. This has happened to all of them. This is a remarkably normal thing when things are falling apart. But the cuts, the edits, whenever someone claims to have been abused and then they're hiding, they're only putting out certain piece of evidence and then actively hiding the rest, that's suspicious to me.
But the only thing that stops me from being like, oh, this is so set up, this is so whatever, is it says at the bottom 15.3 million views. I don't know if that's for the tweet.
That's the tweet, yeah.
Yeah. But again, like sub goals, whatever, you've got the social interaction things happening. So clearly it's happening on what looks like a live stream.
Yeah.
So either A, it happened on a live stream, but I don't think so because we looked on Twitch and
it wasn't on there or it got taken down. I don't know. Either way, I just don't like that the internet, and I get it, she's a chick with big tits who dances around for you half naked on stream, so you want to take her side. I'm just saying, I've been around too long. I've seen too many of these. This is not as simple as this is a poor abused woman and everyone needs to come to her aid. It's not that easy.
Talking about? You brought up the dogs out of nowhere.
Exactly.
So
Prove a point.
what point is there improving?
See? You're proving my point right now.
What? I'm asking you. I don't even understand what you're saying to me.
I know. That's my point.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, as a gentleman who's been through a breakup or two and a divorce, I've yelled this way, but I've felt so crazy. I felt so angry and so nuts. I've yelled like this before at someone who was fucking with me. And then the minute you tell that person, stop fucking with me, the woman in this instance, they start crying. And now all of a sudden you're yelling, they're crying, so it looks terrible. This is like that pro wrestling move where Eddie Guerrero one time when the ref was knocked out, hit the ring mat with a chair, threw it to his opponent, and then fell down like this. So when the referee came to, he called a disqualification. There's some framing shit going on here. These two are both toxic as fuck. These two are both psychotic. And this is not as simple as one guy's abusing some girl. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think she's using her position as a very influential and sympathetic streamer to get her side out there more.
And, I mean, it was kind of like she just came out with this. He wasn't doing anything publicly.
Right.
And again, I don't know, maybe it's because I will cancel a show at the drop of a hat. But I mean, if you're going
that's
through
because
this,
it takes you so long to pick it up.
Yeah, that's true. Why wouldn't she just hit the like end stream button on your stream deck?
She does at one point. I'll show you the 5th video we have to get to where
it
she
gets
does
too emotional. It's time to cut it quits.
Something gets said that maybe she didn't want anyone hearing. Oh, no, there's more to this. This gets way juicier than this. There's a
God,
reason.
it's juicier than dead dogs?
Dude, we're going way deep into this shit.
Deep in there.
Are you listening or not? If you're not, then get the fuck out.
I'm literally listening, but you're not making any sense.
Well, no, you're not listening because it makes perfect sense. I'm going to say it one more time. If you don't get it, I need you to get the fuck out.
Why did
So that's the end of that video. So now we go to video numero dos. Now she's off the phone. Now she's just talking to her stream. So she's again, the clips, the edits, that makes me anytime you have to cut out a part of a conversation, it means you didn't want us to hear that part of the conversation. And if it's as simple as you're 100% the victim, he's the aggressor, you're being bullied and abused,
You shouldn't have to cut anything.
let's play the rest of that clip.
Like the truth should air itself out. But again, my only hesitation on this is we keep going to these clips from this this Twitter source, and I don't know if the Twitter source is responsible for the clipping. Because again, like, look, the sub goal's up. She's clearly doing a live stream. I'm fairly technologically savvy, I have no idea how you would clip in real time.
Yeah.
The therapist even told him that it's a form of like psychological abuse, and that I'm basically living in a fancy prison. And then he was changed for a bit, and then the hot tub meta arose, and he was like, "Oh, this is an opportunity," and then he turned into an asshole again.
First of all, the fact that the both of you are going to therapy. Wait, I'm not saying therapy is a bad thing, but what I'm saying is
It means you're not working together.
a lot of times when people are in therapy, no offense, mentally ill people, there's a habit of the patient hearing what they want to hear and dismissing anything they don't want to hear, meaning cherry picking. I can't imagine being a therapist. It's got to be the most fucking horrible job in the world, because you're going to get all the blame when shit goes wrong, and you're going to get none of the credit when shit goes right. And then you got these patients in here who you can tell them all the right things, but if they don't implement it, you're just going to be dealing with the same fucking psycho for 10 years.
How much therapy have you been in?
I went
I
a couple of times, and I'll tell you, I'm not going to, this is going to sound really shitty. I had too much self-awareness for it because the guy was feeding me bullshit, like positives about myself. And I was like, I'm paying this motherfucker to tell me what I want to hear. I go, I know that's not true. Like, I'm sitting there like, I know this isn't because of what was going on at the time. I was like, I know I'm not, like, they were trying to paint it like I was her. Like, I'm this victim of, all these different things. And, I'm like, no. Like, you have to sit there and beg this particular person, like, I'm doing things wrong. That's what I'm here to find out.
Yeah, so you had a bad therapist.
Yeah, I'm thinking I did have a bad therapist, but also I've heard from many other people where they've been like, there's actually a saying about therapy. It's like, why am I going to spend $200 an hour to listen to some guy tell me what I want to hear?
Yeah, unfortunately, there is a fair amount of therapists that are like, I would say therapy and therapist together is weird.
Therapists. That's R. Kelly.
Therapist.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
I'm therapist.
That's what happens when you don't listen to them. They get therapist.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, no, I go to a bunch of different therapists. I've seen a fair amount of them. You have to find a good one. You have to find one that literally calls you on your bullshit.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, that's why I got married. So I would have someone
I thought
to call
she was
me
just
on my
a
bullshit.
beard. Wow.
Well, that too. So I can cornhole in peace. All right, let's continue on here.
Hot tub meta arose, and he was like, "Oh, this is an opportunity," and then he turned into an asshole again.
So why didn't we leave? I always ask this question. Why didn't we leave? Right then and there. He's already talking to a therapist. So he's already on a hair trigger. He's already hanging on by a thread. If the behavior stops and then continues after you've acknowledged the guy's hanging by a thread, it's time to fuck off and get out of there.
So you guys were having trouble. You were seeing a therapist. Relationships on the rocks. Then the hot tub meta arose, which was kind of, I think, for all of us, your big break, your big
that's
exposure.
where everybody found out who she was.
Yet you stayed in it, doing all of that stuff, all of this stuff, this whole time. I mean, that's years, man.
And letting it, yeah, because the hot tub meta was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then letting him basically manage you.
And
like, where's the attitude of, I'm a star. You are just married to me.
You don't get to have any control
right,
over me,
you
sir.
take your spot here. I'm this person making this thing go. You fuck off.
I agreed to commit to the grind because it was a good financial opportunity for us. I've been wanting to tell people that, like, let's just stream together. Just tell them that we're fucking married, because it's like our relationship would be better if we just stream them, and it's fighting all the time. But no, Mister, don't say that because it's gonna ruin the business model. It's not time yet, boy.
Now, I don't doubt her for a second on that one. I totally believe. First, like, I feel like we're too far afield already for me to say this. I do believe this guy was a complete piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe that.
Oh, well, this isn't made up. It's
jealousy and insecurity. I just don't think it was all him. I feel like these two are both toxic and they're terrible for each other.
I just feel like I'm getting served a side of a story.
Right, exactly. And if I get the second side and I piece them together, I'm like, oh yeah, you both are remarkably shitty human beings together.
I can hazard a guess at a part of a piece of the other side. Part of the piece of the other side is someone can't reconcile with themselves that they're whoring out their wife and that
he's pimping.
He's pimping. Like,
Yeah.
But no, like literally, she'll have streams with like, tens of thousands of people watching her sleep.
Yeah.
And then, like, at a certain point, she started putting a dummy mannequin in the bed to cause drama of, like, ooh, who's Amouranth sleeping with? And then she did a whole, like, I'm going to reveal my boyfriend, guys. And everyone tuned into the stream. And she showed her boyfriend, and it was a mannequin. And she's
But
like,
that's where you're also pimp and cuck at the same time.
and that's going to fuck with you.
That fucks with you. This guy set himself up
to be totally
to be
mindfucked.
totally fucked with by his own creation, if you will.
Which also was his wife.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna fuck you anymore.
Then-
You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true. Piece of shit.
Okay, but I've heard this from girls who date shitty
Hit the subscribe
guys.
button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get
Yeah,
notifications.
they always want you to smash
Absolutely.
their like button.
But like I've heard this from girls who date toxic shitbags all the time. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck them anymore. You want me to be single? It's about to be true. You
And they
better
always
lean-
come back to me.
Yeah, you'd better lean the fuck in then. You'd better tap out of this thing. I mean, I don't think it'll hurt her viewership-wise. In fact, I think whenever she decides to stream again, she's going to be rolling in dough, and I bet your OnlyFans is doing very well right now. But I would hope, if there's any decency left in humanity anymore, that if she doesn't follow through on this and all this drama happened and all this crazy shit happened, that she left. And if she didn't leave, I would hope there would be consequences viewership-wise and business-wise. If not,
I think there has to be consequences business-wise no matter what. You don't get to come on to a stream like this and talk about how everything you've been doing for the last few years is largely based out of emotional manipulation and then return to that after you leave.
yeah, you can't just blame him
And then
say,
go back to hot tub streaming.
Right. You can't just blame him and say he wanted this, he wanted this. You were also emotionally manipulating all of these poor simps who thought they had a chance to fuck you and gave you tens, hundreds, thousands, probably some of them tens of thousands
There's
of dollars.
one dude who literally sold everything he owned, liquidated all his assets, and came here from, some like Eastern European country. I don't even remember where. He was a stalker. It was a big story.
Okay.
And he was literally looking for her because he was posting how he wanted to marry her and how they were
Right.
destined to be together and stuff. And so he literally figured out like roughly where she was in Texas and went out there and was live streaming that he was looking for her and
Yeah.
everything. And as soon as we meet, you're going to fall in love with me and blah, blah, blah. He got stopped and arrested, and she was posting how she was worried for her safety and stuff. But it's like, you're doing all of this,
You
and
keep manipulating with these people and fucking with these people, like bad shit's going to happen. That's part of the game that you're playing right now.
he threatened to leave her with only $1
Okay.
million.
We'll get to this part now, too. This is, he threatened to leave her with only $1 million and to burn everything on crypto. The terrifying part is that he has control over all the accounts. Yes, but whose fault is that? You're making all the money and you're letting him have a say in the accounts. I'm sorry, either you both have control over the accounts or Amouranth has control over the accounts. If you let him talk you in to controlling those accounts, then I've got to say that is a bad business move on your part. And as far as the money goes, that's what we call a life lesson. That's you made a bad decision and now you have to live with the consequences. You do not give this asshole control of your money.
She is so gullible, if this is true, that I don't know if I'm more or less interested. Like, does it mean like, all right, so she's pliable, or is it, But I mean, if I wanted to F a lump of Play-Doh, I could.
This is a test for guys. Like how into broken chicks are you?
Kind of. The redhead thing is,
I hate redheads.
I'm gonna leave you
That's
with
your
1
problem.
million, and I'm gonna take the rest because I worked harder than you. It's like, and if you don't agree, then I'm gonna burn it all in court.
Why
I'm
do you
gonna put
keep
all
plugging it in
fucking
and pulling it out?
crypto.
That's bad.
Because she's losing her mind. That's just a thing where, you're just mad and you have to keep your hands busy so you don't break shit, basically.
I haven't seen her streams, but I've heard she can do other things to keep her hands busy.
She's out of cucumbers. He has all the money. He won't let her go grocery shopping.
Just always threats, always threats. All the fucking accounts are like two-factor under his number, and he has all like the login information of things. It's like keeps you
Yeah,
there.
Because you're a very trusting soul.
No, because you're too dumb to remember all the passwords, so you thought it'd be easier to leave them with him. And, things were going good at that point.
Ma'am, we're not talking about our really sweet gig as the manager at the grocery store. You're a fucking multi-millionaire. Watch your goddamn money. You know, look, if he does burn it in legal costs, getting a divorce, or he does burn it on crypto, that's a real shitbag heel move on his part. This is where I keep going back to this is a two-party problem.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, but you let him be a piece of shit.
You let him be a piece of shit. And I'm tired of women getting away with the excuse of, well, I didn't know. Are you a bad bitch or are you fucking stupid? Which one is it? Are you a bad bitch or are you the dumbest motherfucker with your head? Are you an ostrich or a bad bitch? Which one is it? Bad bitch, ostrich. Bad bitch, ostrich. Is our head in the sand and, oh, poor little girl, I didn't know it. He had control of all the money and it's abusive. Or are you a bad motherfucker who runs your business, bitch?
You are getting red. This is working
dude,
you up.
This double standard.
PTSD.
This that and this double standard with women pisses me off. I am totally fine with women saying, look, I'm not as savvy on a lot of these things as most men are, so I let them control it because I didn't feel like I was up to it, and boy, I got ripped off.
So you're saying if they stroke your massage.
I got made a fool of. No. What I'm fine with either one. I'm kind of walking through each one. Okay. That's fine. I would not fault someone for that. Or if they said, I'm a bad bitch, I run my fucking business. All right, cool, cunt, let's do it. That's a bad chick right there. Don't fuck with her. She'll cut your nuts off in court. That's fine. But don't play both sides. I'm sorry, I have very little sympathy for I run my own business, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm this and that, and then tell me 2 years later, oh, by the way, I let my husband control all my millions of dollars and I have no way of getting at it and he can burn it in crypto now. I thought you were running your own business. You weren't. You lied. That's a lie. You were a vulnerable, damaged little girl who let a guy take her for a ride. And I know that's humiliating to have to admit, but that seems like that's what's happening.
Well, that was her business model. Take me for a ride.
Take me for a ride. I believe it's Take Me for a Ride LLC.
With the fear and the threats, you fear that he's going to do something to your animals, and then he's nice again.
You guys understand you guys have tens of millions, if not just, $8 million. Dude, take my dog out back and shoot it in the fucking head. Just let me control the finances. I don't give a shit. We're not talking about 50 grand here, lady. Cut my dog's head off in front of me while I'm eating if we're talking about, oh yeah, if you want control of the accounts, I'll give them to you, but I'm going to kill your dogs. Well, looks like with my $10 million, I'm going to have to go buy a new dog, knock $500 off my total. Jesus Christ, this is business. You are a business. You're not even a person anymore.
But that's the thing. There's been articles in the last couple months about supposedly she's branding out to be an influencer agency kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're doing all this stuff. You're buying gas stations and shit.
Yeah.
All of it's in his control and nobody knows this?
And then, she's like, oh, he told me to say that I was single because it would be good for the business model. I don't know why people thought this was a well-kept secret. It was easily Googleable that she's married. I knew.
I mean, anyone who didn't know
willfully
didn't want
ignorant.
to know because they wanted to keep the dream alive. I mean, simply just the fact of you're a popular, famous, celebrity-like person, you're not going to stay single. There are too many people that you will interact with. Eventually, one of them is going to somehow charm your socks off.
Right.
Or, I don't know.
Why are you saying that with your fingers crossed?
Because I'm hopeful, goddammit. Don't ruin this for me. I'm so fucking close.
All right, here is her showing text message that he sent. Now, this part makes him look like he's totally off the fucking reservation. Again, I want to point out, he's nuts. But she's nuts too, and she fucked up. She let this guy play her big time. And these two need to be as far the fuck away from each other as humanly possible.
The next time when I say plan, do it. Dumb fuck, do you understand what plan talking about? It's fuck this, I'm calling you. So I disappeared from stream. Take a call. So I can't tell them I can't talk right now. We're getting Wi-Fi. I don't care. You get the call now.
Look at how many fucking...
Okay. Unless she clipped her responses out, because what's the for?
Oh, that's...
Notice how this is... Notice how these little period things mean that each one of these is a conversation, and she had a retort.
Oh,
breaks
so
in the
when
conversation.
when you have the line in there, that means you replied to something?
Yeah, because again, get the call now.
Wait, are you saying she deleted her messages?
Somebody did, because that's why they're spaced like that. Because otherwise, if it were just every 3, scroll down a little bit. If it were just
I can't scroll. This is a video.
Oh, well, if it were just okay here. If it were just every 3, you see how the bottom of the page, the 4th one, you got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one
Yes,
has the little
right here.
chat bubble asterisk at the very bottom. You can
Yep,
barely
right
see
down
it.
there. Okay.
The rest of them all have 3. Like, get the call now. 1, 2. There's your response. 1,
Yeah.
2. There's your response. 1, 2, 3. There's your response.
Yeah.
So it's not an automated thing. She took her sides out
Oh, wow.
because you can delete your messages in your
Look,
chat.
You guys can, again, we're going to get all kinds of hate, all kinds of thumbs down from the
we're
Amouranth fans.
Zabrudering this, but yeah.
Yeah, we're Zabrudering. We're doing the best coverage of this anyone's going to do. She's fucking around here. Like, she's...
like every time I want to be on her side, something comes out where I'm like, seems sus.
See what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, this is a two sides thing, and these two are both fucked up, and they need to just split. This isn't, I don't think this is abuse. I don't think this is one bad guy just bullying some other chick. I think these are two fucking crazy people. And we do this thing where we think, oh, they have millions of dollars. They can't be mentally broken. If she didn't have hot tubs and Twitch streams, she would be in a trailer court somewhere starting shit with her baby daddy.
And she'd be working in a strip club.
It would be a Maury Povich fucking episode if she weren't making it. The only thing that's stopping us from knowing that this is who these people really are 2 things: money and time. And the more money you have, the more time you buy. But they couldn't buy enough time. Eventually, these people are going to show you who they are. That's how you find out who's ready for fame and who's not. And these two are cracking.
And
You're
now,
right,
like I
though.
said,
I didn't know that about the deleting messages. That's why that space is there.
Like, yeah, you could go into, like, I'm pretty sure I could just pull up, like, for example, I'll do it right here with you.
You have a crazy fucking unlock thing.
Nobody can do it except my daughter. Let's see. Let's go to one with you. Okay, so, like, I can't delete your message. Like, if I highlight it, I can copy it, but I can't message select it. I can't do anything. But watch what I do here. I can go to this one.
And you can delete your own message.
And I can delete my own message. And now... delete.
And now it looks
And now
like
all of a sudden
I didn't
send
respond to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you responded to whatever
How
the
fun-
one before that
How
was.
fucking sweet am I? My last message to him is, okay, it's all right. Feel better.
Yeah.
What a sweet.
You're a nice guy.
What a God.
You're a great boss.
Look at how fucking wonderful I am.
Now if I could get paid.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Look, lately, you and me both. All right.
I'll be fine. I got other gigs. I'm selling organs.
That's good. That's
Mine.
Good. By the way,
Nobody's buying.
but when we started this story, $300 away from the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, last chance, about to dump your luggage. You know, from my
So you're saying this one, I'm throwing your stupid merch off the balcony, that one's a response?
No, I'm saying last chance.
the
I'm about to
space.
throw your luggage. I'm throwing your stupid merch off the balcony. She said something. Proceeding to ditch your stuff. You don't need the makeup or the live you clothes guy. Huh?
And then there was a message in here after
Yeah.
this, huh?
Well,
So she said something here that he was saying.
she's
huh
saying
to.
something no, it's in between the. I'm wrong. It's in between the two. Whatever. I don't know how it's spaced exactly, but I
no,
know
it clearly looks like there's deleted messages.
there's deleted messages from her side.
hotel room, but throwing your stupid merch off the balcony, proceeding to ditch your stuff. You don't need the makeup or the live view, like the stream epic, or the clothes, huh? Deleting social media in one.
I wonder if you were, now wait a minute, if you were to divorce someone, I don't know this, and I don't know why I'm asking you because you're not a lawyer, but you can't use this in court now if you deleted messages, can you? Because you altered it, you tampered it.
Yeah, I mean,
It would get thrown out.
If you can prove it was tampered with, yeah.
Yeah.
But all you have to do that,
Go to Apple.
no, just show your phone
Oh, yeah.
where you
of course.
can't delete the messages that they sent you.
That is interesting.
Minute, buying options that expire and blasting the cash. About to shut down bank account, your bank account too. Lag is terrible, stream is garbage. It's like, about to delete Twitter in 30 seconds. If you don't call me, my phone's literally off, right? I'm just like, it literally died. Gonna donate $250,000 to Polo Missy. It's like a bird sanctuary he likes. In the next 2
How about this? The fact that the psycho, obsessive, cuck pimp guy is also super into birds.
It's almost like he loves watching something he can never truly have.
Could so beat the shit out of this guy.
Well, if he's the one that she was talking about as her security guard that she has on staff, then, well, like when
The fact that she went with that.
the stalker thing was when she was talking about she has a security guard on staff and he's armed. So, I mean,
that's
maybe the
good.
guy owns guns.
Hope not. Oh, and that's the end of that one. And that was the fourth one. So that's all the stuff about him burning the cash and everything else. Now there was this fifth one. This one also takes me off of Team Amouranth and puts me on team, you two are fucked up. Get the fuck away from each other as fast as possible. Split the money and let's call it a day. A woman comes in now and is either on the speakerphone or is in the background asking if she's okay. And then watch what Amouranth does after she gets a question that she doesn't really want the audience hearing.
Hello? I haven't gotten any calls.
Are you taking your medicine? Is everything what's happened?
Are you taking your medicine? Is everything okay? What's happened? Now, I'm not saying that the way this guy is talking to her is okay. It's not.
No, this guy's clearly a piece of shit. We're on that fence.
But when fucking mental patients don't take their fucking medicine, they become completely unreachable. They become you can't deal with them. You can't talk to them about high-level, stressful, business-type shit in a reasonable manner.
From personal experience, do you? Who's on the meds? Is it you or April? Which one?
Neither of us are on meds.
Maybe one of you should be. Actually, it makes more sense that she should be. That would explain some of her decision-making skills, if you know what I mean.
No, it's too much cocaine. It's her other medicine.
She should share.
Yeah. You want to do some rails while we watch Amouranth lose her shit?
You want to do some blow while she blows her life?
I haven't gotten any calls. What are you talking about?
Oh, she looked right at her stream.
She looked right at her stream and her camera. What are you talking about?
What do you? Oh, don't tell them. Don't tell them I have a husband. Don't tell them about medicine. Oh God.
Why would you ask if I'm taking?
And then cut off. She got asked about the medicine and then cut the stream off.
And she deliberately asked the question that makes it sound like I don't take medicine. She said, why would you ask if I'm taking my medicine? And then cut it off. She could be like, I don't take medicine, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, wow. The chat.
Yeah, we missed a lot. We haven't been in the chat.
Sorry, guys.
We're currently watching our chat right now.
Just fucking blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, as we catch up with you guys during this whole thing.
Jesus.
We'll kick back up again as soon as it gets all the way there. Thank you, Sky Chick, for renewing your membership. Appreciate that.
I think our goal changed, and we're going to have to catch up with all. Oh, wow. You guys are moving on this.
Thank you even more for renewing your membership. Appreciate that. It says this is top-notch content. Thank you, sir. I think the chat has caught up now. There we go. At least 290. We haven't checked in with any. There's a new member. Thank you very much. 285 away from our goal at least. We're going to have to do a lot of cleanup, and thank you. Thank yous to everybody who chipped in during that segment. But I'm sorry, guys. I think it makes the show better when we just do our fucking story and don't look at the chat.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I do like hearing what you guys have to say about this stuff. Skeptical Skeleton saying fake. J-Dub Productions. See, I agree with him. Buy a new dog. Go to a shelter. Oh, you'll give me all my money, but you'll murder my dog? Fair trade.
If he's really abusing you like this and you're in the house right now, and he even said it, take your fucking dogs and leave.
Yeah.
He wanted you out of the house, and you're like, oh, if I leave, you'll kill my dogs. Well, then take the dogs, too.
Right.
But somehow leaving the house wasn't an option?
Gordy says Royce already covered this on Friday. Ha! Royce didn't beat me to this one. This didn't happen until this weekend.
Repeal the 19th.
Stuttering John now wants her on his show.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big get for John. Steel Toe doesn't offer paid sick days? Yes, it does. Johnny.
Yeah, dude, he totally paid sick day.
Yeah, 100%. This woman is pure evil, says, why do I podcast? Look, I can't go that heavy. I can understand you saying that. I get it. But at the same time, I can't. That's me. It's probably.
No, it's not.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah. It's
well, fuck. I was ready to take the heat for that one.
Rosen now is. I don't.
But I can see why do I podcast would say that she's evil. I can't go that far yet just because I'm basing a lot of this on evidence that I'm seeing and then extrapolating a little. I can't go all the way to she's evil. They're both a fucking problem.
Oh, I guarantee you she is definitely a little mentally uneven. I guess
a little off kilter.
He's definitely unbalanced if you are continuing to like have this relationship. And because like, I mean, could I be fine with it? Maybe. And it's a strong maybe. But I don't know. I really got to be looking at that money and be like, yeah, everyone wants to F my wife. Yeah, people are paying to watch her sleep. But I really like this Lamborghini. Like, I mean, that's literally the only way I'm doing it.
Yeah, see, Chris says she's manipulative, sign of psychopathy. I am worried about the are you taking your meds and then signing off right away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about the deleted text messages. I'm worried about the specially edited streaming clip. And I'm a little iffy about the fact that we're only getting this one-sided presentation of things. And I'm also worried that the way the internet is, they just automatically default side with the woman when she says she's abused. Like, oh shit, I better support her because if not, then I don't take abuse seriously. I do take abuse seriously, which is why I want all the information before I start making an asshole
before
of myself.
I pick a side on who's abusing, who's abused.
Right, before I start publicly shitting on things, as it were. By the way, somebody made a Corey Adam comedy account as well in our chat. So, look, man, I don't know. I don't think it is what it's being portrayed as right now. I really don't. I think it's something else. But at the same time, I don't think that anyone's totally innocent and anyone's totally guilty. I think this is just two people who need to be parted immediately. Their families need to jump in, whatever the case, get the money. Look, you take half of it, I take half of it. We restart from zero.
Yeah, except he knows he has nowhere to go from zero.
Well,
like, he has to live off of what he has. Because, I'm sorry, what skills does he have that are marketable at this point? If anything's known about him, it's the fact that he's an asshole.
Yeah, you're right. That is his gimmick, I guess, is that he's a fucking asshole. I hope you saved enough of the money, I guess, then.
And burn it all on crypto. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. I'm going to burn all the cash. Oh, that's super
That's an
smart.
investment still.
Like, yeah, just totally blow yourself in the foot with throwing out all the money and the thing making it for you.
Yeah,
That's literally
exactly.
getting rid of the golden eggs and the goose at the same
Right.
time.
I ate the eggs and slaughtered the goose. Oh, well, that's, wow.
Where are you going to get more money from? Fuck.
Wait, and you were the business manager of this whole thing? I'm not
Actually,
understanding.
I feel even worse for her now. Like, he's the brains behind the business, and he doesn't seem very smart.
No, yes, yeah, I feel bad for her for that reason.
But don't worry, I'm sure she doesn't have an army of how shall we say, sympathetic men who will rush.
You can say the word. It's you two.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I have Twitch scarring.
Yeah,
Yeah, she got a whole bunch of simps willing to throw her money.
whole bunch of cucky simps, simpy cucks,
Simpy cucks.
if you will.
You sold fucking jars of your farts called cutie patootie.
Yeah, let's abandon dignity, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He just made me do all this stuff I didn't want to do. No, honey, get a coffee can. That's money you're pooping out there.
I'm in an abusive relationship. Oh man, I'm being so abused.
That's when the fighting started. The hot tub meta happened, and all of a sudden he's behind me with a coffee can every time I'm ripping one. That's money coming out of your ass.
Hey, you juiced into that one. That's an extra $300. Atta girl. They would always,
I won't fuck
they,
you
they-
anymore.
They would always fuck after she sharded because they were so happy about the extra money they just made.
I'm sorry, but if you were stupid enough to fall for his games and be manipulated this way, do you really think you're the only one that would fuck him? Like the only one on the planet?
You
Do
said,
think
what
he's
skills does he have? He has one skill. Hey, I can make you a Twitch star.